Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Allayi on Endless. Alright, we're making progress here, I feel like. I know we lost the only thing we gained in our war against Blue, but hey, we didn't start this war, and honestly I think it's going pretty well, all things considered. We're back up to 5 regions, working on a 6th. How's this going? It's gonna be like 8 turns for the settler to come out. Alright, well. That's okay. We'll get the city shortly after our next Empire plan. That's fine. Blue is just like funneling small numbers of troops toward us. We're dealing with them. Why? What's going on here? Hey, science. 1 turn. Okay, that's... This game has some display bugs. Alright, we have a couple of things in the pipeline already. Let's just throw that on there. Also this. Okay. We have no right-of-way anywhere in our nation, I believe. It's definitely time for that to get fixed. Our army is mostly modern. We're just a couple of monks short. Okay, so he's merging up a couple of armies. Rumbler 4 is not that bad. Forager 4 is not that bad. What is this? Is this a 5? Yeah, it's a 5. Okay, so he wasn't actually backing off with that guy. That was a retreat to arms. Let's trade out some of the, Oh, I don't have any move anyway. Well, let's get this guy over here ready to merge into this army as soon as we can. We don't really need to produce a Seeker 2. That's just been in the queue forever. I guess we'll let it finish. It's not hurting anything. And we need to wait 1 more turn to have enough resources to start building more good monks anyway. That's fine. It'll be a decent stopgap. Alright, we have actual roads now in our capital region, soon to be followed by the other regions, I'm hoping. How many turns? 4 turns? You know what? Let's go ahead and heal him now. So we're being attacked by neutral armies up here. We're just trying to do some good. That Seeker could totally die, but I expect Nachapsesa should be wildly successful in battle against level 1 neutrals. Actually, he still only has 52 damage. His gear could maybe stand an upgrade. Yeah, these guys are pretty slow and short-ranged, but they do have free counter. These guys are, as far as minor faction troops go, these are actually pretty good ones, I think. I probably ought to retrofit this Seeker. Alright, actually, you know what, let's, is the Seeker design a tier behind? No, it's reasonably upgraded. Okay, never mind. Alright, so we need to go to this village, right? That's all I have to do is just talk to the other village with a hero. Okay. Pacification. Easy. I'll make things a little bit easier for this village. Also, I wish the game would save my settings. Yeah, we gotta get up here and deal with all this nonsense. The contingent of eyeless ones over here is not nearly as much of a problem. Losing these points of population would actually be a real bummer for that city. You know, it looks like we're not going to get over there in time to stop that from happening. Okay. So we need to eject one of these other monks into this garrison as quickly as it will allow. Just to prevent this army from rocking up before we have a chance to merge things. It looks like they're going for the capital this time. I can't say I think that's a very good idea. Alright, so the capital can pump out some good monks now. Our strategics are finally coming in at a reasonable rate. Alright, yeah, I don't care about these guys. We'll come back and get them eventually. Allayi is less important of a city than Orus is. Which sounds kind of crappy to say, but it's just the way things are. Okay. I'm happy about this watchtower. Finally have a little bit of advance warning. Alright, not too much to do on these turns. Unfortunately, it looks like this is going to hit the city before the new monks are finished. It's a little bit of a shame. Yep, they were successful in pillaging our villages, unfortunately. What do you want to do? You actually kind of don't have a lot of great things to contribute here. We don't really need to build more Garths. I guess just secondary troops. So did they get both of the villages? No, they'll get this one this coming turn. And they'll be down for 8. That's annoying. Oh, also, diplomacy. We'll resolve this battle first. But I actually finished that diplomatic tax, so we need to make sure we use that. Try to negotiate. I think red would be an ideal partner, but I don't know how receptive they're going to be. Alright. Just like last time, there's only 4 units here, and only 3 of them are actually interesting. Actually, only 2 of them are really dangerous. We gotta take out this Necrodrone and this Rumbler. The Forager's at 70 damage, and he's at 68. It's not inconsiderable. But this guy's like our main concern. Alright, so big units, big scary monks, focus on that guy. We need to have both of these units trying to hit him so that we can, whichever guy the Forager chooses to take out of the fight, we still have somebody hitting that guy. And then, yeah, you hit him. You also try to hit him? I don't know that that's going to matter. And everybody else focus on the drone. Yeah. Yeah, this will be fine. Okay. So the Forager's able to take one of us out of the fight, but not both of us. Combat animations are playing a little slow here. It's a little strange. It might just be my computer, you know, being a little on the older side. I'm gonna surreptitiously free up some RAM in the background here while this is happening. Alright, that's some pretty good initial damage there. They stripped a lot of his HP. Yeah, well, it's taken a really long time for the game to decide to play the animations. After this battle, the other thing I need to do is check and make sure that our strategics are in a reasonable place. At some point, I want to start putting those free counter talismans on all the monks, right? So glass steel is going to be the limiting factor in that because we have a lot more titanium coming in, especially now that we have a couple of strategic intensifiers on titanium deposits. Yeah, our modernized monks, our Monk 3s and our Palladian monks are actually really powerful units. Ooh. That hurt. Yeah, you know, I said this guy wasn't that impressive, but he still has the attack power necessary to be doing damage and a half relatively frequently, and it is a problem. It hurts. People are way over-focused on the wrong guy. You should hit him. If your orders were already to attack this guy, how come you ran up around here instead of just moving to here? That's strange. Anyway, everybody. My units are a little too focused on the forager there. The forager's just going to kill itself. Dash itself hopelessly against a monk who's using equipment that is, at this point, thousands of years old. I have no idea what the time scale in this game is like. It's possible. You know, we have the seasons, I guess. We know how frequently the seasons change. That could hint to us how long an average game takes. That is not a good thing for you to do. You couldn't figure out a way to hit somebody? Just anybody? Ah, look at that healing. 21 whole points of healing. And you are attacking the wrong target. Well, I think we're going to lose those militia, and, you know, we thank them for their noble sacrifice. The city defender advantage in this game is really significant, as long as you're keeping up with your opponents technologically to some extent. Because militia are just awesome. They're just... awesome is maybe not the word. Militia are just really useful. They're crappy, but really useful. An extra body on the battlefield is meaningful. No matter how objectively not that good the body turns out to be. So yeah, I think we have a huge advantage in this war at this point. I think that he has failed to continue to out-tech us, is what's happening. We've caught up. I really thought that that was not going to be the case, given that he's working on mithrite deposits and stuff. But, he kind of seems to be falling behind. Also, our army is now composed entirely of monks, and monks are just... they're so much better than seekers. Really, can't overstate it. Okay. No hero levels at all, really? What a bummer. Okay. Well, I appreciate that they seem to mostly want to get near our cities, put them into the siege state, and then attack immediately before removing any fortification. What is this? It's all Rumbler 5s. That's gonna hurt. We're gonna lose some guys fighting that. I'm trying to figure out what the optimal position for this army is, because I think these guys are going to Varys. Varys needs to have an actual garrison, because it's just slightly out of range. Should I... let's move a couple of guys over from these garrisons. It's going to take a couple of turns for that to happen, but... actually, no, it's not. We have roads now. Dude, roads are awesome. No, I want to select this guy, put him in the garrison. Select this guy, put him in the garrison. Alright, how far off of the next tech era are we anyway? 4 technologies? That's pretty grim. We need those upgrades, though. That's really significant. Entering Era 4 is really significant, because it's when you unlock the dust trinkets. The dust armor is better than the iron armor, but not, like, hugely so. The power curve is pretty predictable. There's not a huge jump between Iron 3 and Dust 1. But access to the dust improved health and regeneration trinkets is actually a pretty big survivability change. So we need to hire another hero, which is going to be another turn, or two, depending on who we want to hire. But then we'll have governors in all of our cities, right? Yep, and then we can hire a spy, maybe? Having good dust output is so significant. It makes such a big difference. Alright, let's try to pop the new monk out of the garrison as soon as it allows. See if I can get him in range for the battle. Okay, as much as I like the Skyfinn's invulnerable contribution, I think we're probably going to do a better job in this battle if we have our actual reinforcements. So let's select these guys, move them up. Yeah. I assume they're pillaging the third. Yeah. Alright, we'll be able to stop them from getting this one at least. So, do I want to hire a hero? Yeah, I have access to all the heroes. Let's figure out who needs to get hired. We'll deal with the combat last, as I usually do. None of these guys have really compelling... Food Boost 1 and Dust Efficiency 3 is okay. Dust Efficiency 3 by itself, obviously, is not quite as good. In case you're not familiar with what Efficiency does, because I almost always buy heroes who have Boost, Efficiency increases the effectiveness of citizens on resources. It's not terrible. And this guy does have 2 different governing skills, which is something. Efficiency is basically... Boost is much better in cities with low population, and Efficiency is better in cities with higher population. But they're both pretty good. I think it's going to be a Jasa Murdap. They're the same price and identical in every way, so I guess we'll just hire the second for no particular reason. Not really very compelling. And Allayi gets a governor. And he has unspent skill points. +2 on terrain with anomaly is not actually anything, right? And Allayi, trade route bonus is not going to be a big deal. The city is kind of bad population. Honestly, I think we might be better off just walking up this side, getting straight to Inspirational Leader and Cold Operator and stuff. Obviously, the city's going to... Yeah. These are some weak skills. Well, we'll go up this way. This city is going to have a pretty significant distance bonus, so maybe our trade routes running out of here will actually be okay. Alright, that's done. Everybody's building stuff that matters. Yay, populations. What's our... Oh, we dropped out of Fervent. Can you believe it? How unfortunate. Does Urus have its sewer up yet? Nope. We'll buy out the sewer next turn. That'll solve that problem. And then in 4 turns we'll settle a new city and everything will go all to hell all over again. Alright, let's do this. It does not remember what I said. It's a good thing I looked. Alright. We're going to lose units here. These guys hit very hard. We have 147 fortification. Sadly, that's probably only going to mean absorbing 1 or 2 hits. Alright, so we want to start in a position where we have access to all of their guys. So where are my militia? Alright, we have to make sure that we have enough movement to hit all of them. Okay. So the Skyfin... Did it ignore my preferences there? I think it did. Because I moved the Skyfin down, right? We should be seeing the entire other army before we see the Skyfin. Well, annoying. Okay, so... hit that guy. The other monks and the militia should be able to disable all of these guys. Okay, and then the question is, who are we focus firing? And I guess it's this guy. Theoretically, most of us have an easier time hitting him. You have 2 move. We need to move the Kekator toward the rest of the army as quickly as possible, because he has a heal at least. He's not going to contribute any meaningful damage. He has 20 attack and 27 damage, but he can heal a little bit at least. We just have to get him over to everybody else. Yeah. Go get him, guys. Let's see how long it takes for one of our units to die to counterattacks. Oof. Well, his fortification's gonna eat another hit. Fortification is a very powerful mechanic. These guys have that regeneration stuff, you can see. Getting a small amount of health back every turn. Man, 632 health. I don't actually want him to step up here. I want my good units to have the ability to get in close. The Skyfin needs to back off and let people have room to move. The Skyfin's attacks impose an AoE morale penalty, which should be valuable at least. We can get their defense down a little bit and maybe deal some actual damage with our attacks. Honestly, we may not be able to kill all of them, even though we have a tremendous tactical advantage here, just because they have so much health. And our hero just like doesn't, or the city's governor just doesn't get to contribute at all. It's kind of unfortunate. How did this happen? How did this guy get to move? Are you slacking? Did you forget what your job was? Alright, everyone's being attacked, right? Okay. Let's inflict some real damage here. There you go, 164, that's what I'm looking for. With the real army funneling in slowly. I don't know what is up with our hero. His damage output is pretty poor, actually. You would think... I mean, he has modern weapons, right? He has an adamantium bow, I think. Should be dealing more than 40 damage per attack. Alright, well we might get 2 kills here, maybe. 0, that's even worse. But we are producing good adamantium and palladium equipped units faster than we're losing them at this point, thanks to all of our strategic intensifiers. So even with the losses that we may sustain in this battle, I think we're still in a really good place. Did you seriously leave that guy alive with 9 health? You are an embarrassment to the cause. How are we letting everybody live? Can you guys please do some damage? Yeah, my monk gets hit for like 100 because you guys failed to Failed to kill your target. And that's 2 zeros in a row on the ranged attacks, because it would be a shame if they didn't get to do their massive counterattack damage. And my units have their defenses buffed all the heck from morale and stuff, and we're still taking full damage from every one of their attacks. Not seeing a lot of zeros over here. It's just kind of frustrating. I do feel that I like what they were trying to do with the attack system, making the results of combat a little bit less predictable, which encourages different kinds of strategization, but I feel like they took the variance way too far. I would like a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for here? I would like things to be just a little bit more deterministic, you know? Yeah, unfortunately, geographical constraints being what they are, we can't get everybody in on these guys, and so we are going to lose some good monks. Let's try to rotate out the injured monks. Oh no, the battle's over. Never mind. So we lost a militia to their 2 rumblers. Obviously, we can't just leave the city sieged. That's an unacceptable loss of output. But this time we have a pretty big advantage. So they are slow, and the terrain is heavily wooded. We're just going to have our wounded soldiers stand way back and not come forward. These guys only have 2 move. So let's figure out who's taking the brunt of this. Obviously you are on hold position, and you are on... Well, he can contribute. His initiative is low enough that he won't get counterattacked. Let's start with this guy. Let's focus everybody on this guy. Make sure he dies. We're not going to have any shenanigans where 4 troops in a row roll zeros, and then we have to deal with an extra turn of fighting both of them. Okay. It hurts, but, you know, it's way better to spread damage out over your troops because of the way healing works in the game. Alright, I'm going to... He has 12 health. I'm going to trust in my hero. We're going to order everybody to back off. We're not taking counterattack damage. The hero and the Skyfin are both going to ranged attack him. I mean, this isn't, like, terribly risky. We're moving far enough back. There we go. We're moving everybody far enough back that even if the attacks hadn't worked out, he wasn't going to be able to, like, move and counterattack. It's too slow. Alright. Lots and lots and lots of combat XP. Strikes far, gets Cold Operator shortly in advance of another winter. Yeah, man, things are going all right. We have to devote basically our entire mainland economy to constant upkeep of our combat forces, but it's going okay. So actually, if I thought I could take them, these cities would be pretty ideal for the purpose of enabling me to get my faction quest moving. Alright, like I said, buying a stealth hero is a plan, but I want to make sure that I have a stockpile of dust for winter, because I don't know exactly how hard winter's going to hit our economy, but I have to assume pretty hard, right? So the only sensible thing to do is to make hay while the sun is shining, right? Which is a real English language phrase. Don't look at me like that. I'm like hypersensitive about the way that I speak now because my girlfriend is constantly making fun of me for using phrases that have not been popular since the 30s. And it's not something I do on purpose. I never think about it. I'm never like, hey, let's say a wacky thing that somebody writing a penny farthing would say. But it's just like, it just comes out of my mouth. It's just the way I speak. So we actually do have quite a bit of glass, steel, and titanium. And these things are these Eyes of the Farseer. These counterattack trinkets are 5 and 5. Eye of the Far Thinker. So we can go ahead and equip our main army with them. So let's do this and this. Okay. I don't know how expensive that's going to be dust-wise. Oh, it has no dust cost. Okay. Alright. Main army equipped. The hero should probably get it too. Well, he almost never gets attacked. Also, is he not using Break Wall? Yeah, that seems very silly. I don't know how I missed that. And yeah, he has a good modern weapon. I don't know why his damage is so bad. Well, it's not really his damage, right? It's his attack is so bad. Let's see. We don't have access to a lot of trinkets. I mean, I'll give him this. There's no reason not to. Okay. Oh, Empire Plan. Oh, look at that. I love that. Alright, so we're going to wait one turn for that to set in before we go buying anything out in any of the cities, but that's very good for our costs. Alright, and this turn we unlock Native District. Oh, I was going to do Diplomacy. Well, it's good that I saved influence for the Empire Plan, I suppose. I'm going to pretend like that was some kind of plan. We're not marching our army off to war immediately or anything because I really want to let people heal. But it's possible that not pushing my advantage right now is a mistake. Alright, this should be pretty straightforward. Oh, I forgot to retrofit my Seeker. Dumb. Let's do this manually in an attempt to keep the Seeker alive, because I suspect he might dash himself against them and die horribly if I don't manage him carefully. Okay. So you just stay put. You have 159 life and 87 defense. I definitely don't want to lose a hero in this battle. Alright. Rebuying low-level governors, buying them out of the injured state, is very cheap. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if he died, but obviously it's inconvenient. Okay. We're basically done with the giving orders. That was it. These guys are cavalry. Militia have a high level of cavalry slayer, so we're not in any danger. And the militia and Nachapsesa can form a nice wall here. Alright, and once these guys are gone, I believe this is all of the neutral armies that were roaming this island. Yeah, get in there. You show them who's boss, Strikes Far. You know, in a certain sense, I wanna make fun of the guy. I'm like, wow, you can really finish off those horribly crippled units. But also, the Necrophage society would probably consider that to be like a legitimate badge of honor. They love killing the weak. So, all right, only 55 dust. What a bargain. Let's throw that on the end of the queue. Actually, this is more important than that. The strategic intensifier is even more important. And then our next move is to finish clearing this up. It's nice to have enough heroes to be able to have some running around cleaning up neutrals as you continue to expand. Having a lot of dust really just... it makes your game so much easier. Let's go ahead and build the Quicksilver Extractor. I don't know that we really need it. And we're going to bank dust for a couple of turns here. So we have a full set of... Yep. A full set of real troops. We need to build a second army. This one army thing is fine for defense, but when you go off, marching off to war, you really do need a second army to play sort of zone, like halfway between your cities and your main marching army. I was going to try diplomacy. Let's see if the AI is at all responsive to peace. That's not a hard buy. We can do this. What can we give them? They like gold a lot. And we have it coming in a lot faster than we're using it, it looks like. 20? 15? Alright. This is valuable for a couple of reasons. Number one, it allows us to trade techs with them in the near future when we have a little bit more influence to play with. Number two, it allows us to have a lot of time between them feeling hostile and them actually attacking us. We'll have a lot of warning as they reduce our diplomatic status. And number three, it increases the maximum possible value of our trade routes. So it's a good move all the way around. We're going to hold on to the emeralds for now. Obviously, get our delvers back up. That dust bonus. Yeah, look at that. 457 per turn. It's not like an amount that's going to win you an economic victory, but we're headed in the right direction. So we have 2 incoming on both of these. We have a good monk already in the place. Actually, we should fix him. So next turn we'll be able to... oh, actually. Yeah, next turn we'll be able to set up the build of 2 more good monks. Speaking of trade routes, out of curiosity, not that great right now. We need to keep working on it. The cargo docks. Did we finish cargo dock tech? No, cargo docks are after Dust Refinery. That's probably right. We're going to need to buy glass steel to make that work, or we're going to need to stop building troops for a little while. We might be able to trade for some of Red's glass steel, too. Yeah, you just stay put in kind of a central location and heal while we build up our garrisons. I guess we don't necessarily need that second army to be in marching. Ooh. Maybe we should move on pink. Because green's going to finish them off if we don't. And, yeah, let's see if we can get them. Green's going to finish them off if we don't. And look, this region has 2 Hyperium. I think it definitely behooves us to make a swing at this. We have enough points of movement on that army that I don't think we should be in terrible danger of blue surprise attacking us. Let's see if we can steal Sipuan. If we get a hold of it, our approval is going to go in the trash can for a couple of turns. We'll figure it out. I'm confident. Ooh, they do have a Guardian on defense. Photios 2. Only 1,000 health on this Guardian, though. Yeah, this city doesn't look that impressive. This is a bit of a vulture's picking the corpse kind of move. Maybe not the classiest thing I could be doing. But it looks like Blue's hostilities have, What's up? Various is having a problem building another monk? Huh. Yeah. Oh, the garrison was full. Whatever, it's fine. I don't care about that. Actually, can we build a watchtower? Yeah. These watchtowers will actually be really useful. And also, we don't really need them in a hurry. The city's got a full garrison. We're bottlenecked mostly by resources on our main army. We don't really need them pumping stuff out too quickly. Wow, this city, thanks to the megapole, pumps these guys out in 2 turns, even without the citizens all devoted to manufacturing. Alright, definitely reactivate that. So can we hire a spy yet? Next turn we can hire a follow Tegret. We can make a play for Endegear, and also eventually just turn him into a spy, obviously. So we have half a point of movement. It would be enough for us to move in and siege the city. Yeah, this guy doesn't really have anything worth doing. The fact that Red seems to love gold so much might work out really well in our favor. We may be able to make some serious deals. We're going to have a huge surplus of gold. Out of curiosity, do we have any trade with Red? No, Red has not elected to make any trade routes with us. It's probably the case that, obviously, you don't have any manual control over your trade routes. Your units just do whatever makes the most sense for you. Probably it's the case that Red's trade routes internally are worth more than his trade routes with us could possibly be, or that he has trade routes with some other empire that are more valuable. We actually should probably try to get a view of what's going on right now. So, Purple is also at war with Blue. That might be part of what's going on, is that Blue's distracted. Red is at war with Purple. Purple hasn't met Pink or Green. And what's Pink's status? Pink is still at war with Green. Green could still move in and take Sipuan. And we don't know what Green's forces look like. It's likely that they would be weak to our forces, because Green's army is probably archer-heavy. Wild Walkers are like that. And our units are very fast. Get right up on those archers. Yeah, with these 2 watchtowers in place, we'd have like several turns of warning before Blue could approach us. And given the speed of our army, several turns of warning is a significant value. Alright. What would it cost, influence-wise, for us to declare war on Pink? It would be only 75. We have more units being created. I don't want to do something crazy, end up losing a bunch of units. Let's scope out there. 184, 102. These are pretty good. We don't know what's in that city. Whatever it is, there's 6 of them. I mean, 2 of those are militia. But so they have 3 units plus 3 units, or 4 real units plus 3 real units plus a guardian. It would not be a move without casualties, and I don't want to decimate my army fighting Pink only to have Blue show up on our doorstep with a hero and some rebuilt dudes. Let's not do it this turn. Let's give our guys a moment to heal up and let Zighor create some replacements. keep our eye out. If we see a green army moving in, we may have to just sprint. And we probably want to save before we attempt this, just to, what's up? Does blue actually want to give up? Wow. Green is just consuming them. Which is actually kind of funny because these units aren't that great. 88 defense, 259 health. I mean, that's kind of where our guys are at, I guess. They have a huge amount of attack, but not really that much damage. And their Forest Rage ability gives them plus 50% attack while standing in a forest, but it probably doesn't matter that much. With 251 attack, they probably get damage and a half. Like, they're probably at the best possible attack table anyway. So if we're going to do this, we kind of have to do it now. Oh, and technology costs have returned to normal. Lovely. I'll be honest, I missed the beginning of that event. Did not even realize it was happening. Okay, so we have a lot of pearls. We need to start garthing up these cities as soon as possible. We're probably going to build the Triangle of Orus like this, so that the strategic deposit, or the strategic intensifier, gets a bonus level, because in case you're not aware of what that does, it adds 10 science to the city's output, which is pretty significant. It does not affect the gather rate of the extractor, but it does give us a bunch of bonus science. Do I want to do this? I kind of wish that these guys would fight first, but I do. Yes, I do want to do this. Let's see. Hey, Green. Do you want to be buddies? Oh, you do. Okay. Now, Green's army can't attack us for sieging the city. And also, there's a tremendous distance between some of Green's cities and some of ours, and distance factors into the value of trade routes, so that may end up being a significant economic boon. Is Purple losing territory? Was Purple always this small? I think Red is, Red has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 regions. Did I count this region? Yeah, I did. It's large and weirdly shaped. It's really large, actually. It's a huge region. Okay, so Red's actually not that far ahead on land. They have like about the same number of regions as Blue, and only a little bit more than us, which actually means that we're getting better payout from our land because of how efficient our cities are. All right, we're about to found a city. We're about to conquer a city. We are at Fervent, and we do have one of the disapproval mitigation texts. Oh, you know what we haven't done is New Guy. New Guy needs his Band of Merriment. And actually, central markets are not that expensive to buy out, thanks to the magic of our Empire plan. Do I want to rush this as well? Yeah, let's do it. I'll have enough dust to hire Spying Hero next turn. Alright. Listen, this is going to sound like cowardice, but that's only because it is. We're going to end the episode here. I'm going to save the game. And then next time, we're going to try to pull a last-minute snatch on Sipuan. And if it doesn't work, we can just revert to the save. Listen, I'm trying to win the game, but I'm also trying to learn, right? And you guys are watching this because you're trying to learn as well. I'm sure you're not just here for my sparkling personality. So we're going to try some stuff. We're going to see how effective is it to snatch the last vestiges of an empire after it's been crippled by more powerful enemies, because that may be a strategy that serves us very well in future Endless Let's Plays. Anyway, come back next time We're gonna turn on pink. Honestly, they were asking for it anyway with all the trash talk. We'll see you then.